Jim?
Joey, it's been a long road to 2,000 hits. How special of a moment was it for you?
Well, it's always special despite what it may seem, I didn't try to get the 2000th hit at home here. I was trying to get hits in Philadelphia, and I just came up short. But I'm glad that it worked out this way. My teammates have been very supportive, and I feel lucky because of that. And the fans have been very supportive also, and I have felt the love from them truly. So thank you to the fan base, the Reds fan base. Cincinnati has been good to me for a long time.
It wasn't the biggest crowd here tonight, but those that were here were really loud when it happened. You had a tip of the helmet. Do you feel like the relationship with the fans has grown even bigger for you this year, and particularly on the night like tonight?
Well, the Reds fan base has high expectations, and I feel like on a daily basis I want to earn their support, and they've been good to me over the years. I've had stretches where I wasn't playing up to the standards that I think both sides expect, and now I feel like I'm playing much better, and I really appreciate their support because I want to give it back to them. So tonight's an example of a moment where there's a reciprocity where I appreciate their support, and I hope they feel the same way of my efforts on the field.
They took the bat you used aside, the ball, your helmet, I'm sure the uniform. Those are going to you. Do you have any plans for those things?
I'm not going to get into that one. So, but I'm glad that it's funny. I was teasing Rick, our clubhouse manager, who's more or less been hosting, trying to snag the items, snag the ball. I told him, all right, that's enough. I'm going to try to homer for my 2000th. And obviously you can't just do that, but I got a base hit and I was able to retrieve the ball. So that's good.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jim.
Joey, congratulations, first of all.
Mark, thank you.
Do you remember like when you got your first hit? You got a 3-hit game in your first game back in 2007, and do you ever think about that and the journey that you've had to get this long into your career and have this kind of success?
Yeah, I was asked today what they were talking about what I'm going to do with the 2000th hit, and I said we were teasing one another, and I said my very first hit I gave to my dog to eat, and that it doesn't exist. Maris, he passed away last year, but he was a young dog, and I just wanted him happy. And maybe it wasn't a good thing to give him. I don't know if you should be giving dogs baseballs, but I did at the time. And my very first major league hit doesn't exist anymore. It was chewed up and spit out by him, and he loved it, by the way. But yeah, if I'm honest with you, if he was still alive, I'd probably give him the 2000th ball to chew up. I don't know, actually. I take that back. I don't know if that'd be good for his gut. I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Not a lot of guys get 2,000 hits, obviously. Was there a point in your career where you saw 2,000 hits as an attainable goal?
One more thing. Let me say one more thing. I was young and I didn't know, so it wasn't like I was intentionally. To the dog lovers out there, I don't think anybody. I mean, Rob, I took great care of Maris. Great care of Maris. So it was a mistake at the time, and I knew better after somebody told me, "Hey, don't give your dog a baseball." And I learned quickly, so it wasn't a habit of ours. It's lots of fetch and food twice a day. I took great care of my dog, okay? I loved him. But as far as 2,000 hits, yeah, I've got high expectations. So I hate to seem what's the word? Like I'm taking this for granted, but I expect to play well. I expected to get hits and perform well. So yeah.
Joey, can you recall ever getting 2 hits in 1 inning?
Good question. The answer is I don't recall almost anything in my career. So the answer is no. Have I ever gotten 2 hits in an inning?
I'd have to look. Not recently.
Well, not recently, apparently. And I'm glad I had a second opportunity to get up, and I got a couple hits in that inning. It's pretty cool. I was really happy with the at bat. I was really happy with the 2000th hit because, before the at bat, I wanted to make sure my uniform looked good, my socks looked good, and I made sure that I was, that way if there's a highlight, I at least look my best. But yeah, it was a really good at bat. I was very happy because the pitcher was throwing very good stuff, very tough pitches at bat, and yeah.
You became the second major leaguer to get your 300th homer, your 2000th hit, and their 1000th RBI all in the same season.
Yeah,
it's just amazing to hit all those milestones this year the way you have, and just how the way that's gone.
Billy Williams, I think, did it, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he's a Hall of Fame Cub, if I'm not mistaken. Also, is that right, Rob?
Yes, sir.
So to do that all in the same year is great. This isn't my. It hasn't really been my style in my career. I appreciate some of the attention and the accolades, but I typically shy away from it. And I felt like I have felt in 2021 like I've received a lot of attention this year, and with all of the different milestones. So it's not typically my style, but I'm glad that I did. It's cool that I did it all in 1 year, especially doing the same thing as a Hall of Fame player.
Does it make it more enjoyable to hit those milestones on a team that's in the postseason race? I mean, it's got to be more fun.
There's no question about that. No question about that. I mean, I think I counted 6 straight years of not strong baseball from us, from 14 to 19. Is that right? 14 to 19. I think that's 6. And is that right?
That's 6 years.
Sorry, forgive
6
me.
seasons.
Numbers are tough. Counting is difficult, but to play well and play together and more than anything to be done with a game, to get a win, and also to feel momentum towards something we're all collectively doing, and then to be a part of that with these individual milestones is really pretty special. So my answer is it is way better being on a winning club.
Joey, I know
Hey,
you kind of touched on this. Hey, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
You're frozen right now.
Oh, great.
No, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good. I feel your spirit. Go ahead.
We can hear you.
Go ahead.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay, sorry.
I hear you great. Yeah.
Do you ever look back or try to think about your legacy or how you will be remembered and what kind of player you've been and maybe even into that Hall of Fame case and all those kind of things?
Well, I don't feel like I feel like I've almost, it sounds ridiculous, but I almost feel like I've relearned how to hit. And I've really enjoyed the fruits of that that discovery. And so I think, as I've mentioned, I think last year and a few times this year, I want to perform well. The players I admire the most are the ones that played well and more or less bowed out and said, I had a great time. Thanks for having me. Those are the players that I admire the most and the player that I strive to be. But really more than anything, I signed a really big contract 10 years ago, and my number one priority was living up to that, making sure that the Reds and the ownership group was really satisfied with my performance. The fan base is satisfied with my performance. That's my number one priority, and I still feel that way. You know, each and every day I think about the importance of earning my paycheck and playing well. So as far as legacy, I don't think so much about that as much as I think about being a competitive player and useful player until I'm done playing. So
You've had 2 hits in an inning 3 times now, 2016, 2018.
oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
There you go.
Well, there we go.
According to Larry Harms.
Great. Thanks, Larry. Anything else?
Hey, Joe.
Yes. Hey, Mitch.
Regarding your dog that got your first hit.
Yeah.
What kind of dog was that? And can you say his name again?
Yeah, Maris. I named him after Roger Maris. I felt like I watched the movie 61, and I felt like Roger Maris's character I could relate to it, and I felt like it was a beautiful name. And he lived 10 years, and passed away last May during the pause in the season. So I'm grateful that I was there and I was able to be with him every single day. And he was great. He was always he would come in the clubhouse. Players knew him, staff knew him. He was with me at almost all the time. He and I, we were like a shadow to one another. And he was great to me. Yeah.
What kind of dog?
Oh, I think he was like a retriever mix. I got him from a Kentucky shelter when I was playing in 2010.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Good night, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you, Joe.